Hello and welcome to Rise of Cultures. This time we're trying to get through the Western Desert, and we'll start with this one and see if we can make a winning strategy. Now here we have some cavalry in the center. We got walls up here. We can't really breach them. We're not far enough in the process for that to be an option. So we'll have to try and see if we can make the cavalry go through like this, so they can reach through there. Now they got a lot of archers behind. We'll have to deal with them in some way or another. Luckily they don't have area damage, which is a great help for us. Now let's throw some rocks at the major density of troops. And well, why not just let the bulls come from this place? They can actually do some damage to some of the archers, supporting the center of the battle. Now they will spread out and try to reach the archers and fight them off. There's most over here, so let's just give them a rock from above and heal the troops that actually fight in the front and support the archers here on the other side. This concludes the first battle. Let's move on to the second one. Let's move on to the second battle. We take the northernmost here. The unit composition is strictly the same, but they have positioned their troops a bit differently. We don't have much room to wiggle in, and well, I'm not really fond of putting my archers here. They will be shot at by these archers if they're the closest, so we don't want that to happen. On the other hand, we'll always shoot at the closest units, which will always be that for all the archers, which isn't an efficient way to use your archers, so we'll move them back here where they can fight a broader perspective of the troops. Now let's just heal in here and put a rock down in the center of that giant mess of enemy troops. And hit those archers from the side with the bulls and see how many units we can take down before they die. Only a couple it seemed, but that's useful enough. Now as you see, all our close combat units are fighting it up over here. We're throwing rock there because that's where the major group of enemies are. And then we'll drop some bulls over here to continue the progress the first bulls made. Now as you can see, we don't actually have that much better result using this setup, but the enemy also had their units positioned a bit differently too, so it might be one of either. Let's move on to the third battle. Now to the third and final battle in the Western Desert. Even though it turned out to be a winning strategy, I think I'll go back to the fighting formation I used the first time. Here the archers were a bit closer to the front line, but they will also be hitting all those troops in the center right from the start, which is a great thing for us. Now, the cavalry can't get through either, so they're caught here in the center. So let's just throw a rock inside there and drop some bulls over at the rear here and fight off a few of the archers. Not that it makes a major difference, but they can't really find a foothold in the center either, so let's just use that tactic. Now let's hit the archers over here. There are more of them, so that seems to be the best way to use it. Let's put in some of those bulls over here and get rid of the last few archers before they engage over here with a few of the cavalry that wasn't checked by the archer formation anymore. Now thank you for watching this video.